Judgies listeners.
Guess who is here with news to shear?
Hello, it is Aurora. It is I, girlfriend of the pod.
And what have you brought to us, to the table, so to speak?
I have brought some pretty cool Halloween illustrations and put them on merch.
Have you ever wondered what Erica looks like as a ghoul? How about me, Josh, as a werewolf? Or Christian going absolutely goblin mode? Well, now you don't have to use your imagination because Aurora put pen to paper and she designed beautiful, beautiful illustrations that you can buy on a shirt. Maybe a crew neck, maybe a sticker, maybe a fanny pack.
Yeah.
So don't walk, run. Don't monster mash. Don't
Thriller dance.
Monster Dash.
don't monster mash, monster dash on your way over to judgiespod.myspreadshop.com. Link in the description, folks. You will not be disappointed. Again, that's judgiespod.myspreadshop.com.
Thank you.
Thanks, Aurora.
You're welcome.
I've also had this on the back burner for quite some time.
Sounds like someone's been hoarding circle Jerdges.
Guys,
Huh.
I had not.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the judgiest place on the internet. My name's Josh.
My name's Rick.
My name's Christian.
And we are the
Judgies.
Back in circle Jerdger than ever with special guest, girlfriend of the pod, Aurora Jane James Castelli.
Hi.
Hello, Aurora.
Hello.
Hi.
And why are you here, per se? Perhaps, per tell?
Halloween merch.
Halloween merch
perhaps,
is out.
Mayhaps.
Is this episode going to air when?
I'm going to cut this part out and put it on next week's episode.
Okay.
And then it'll also be on that episode. So here we are, Halloween merch, Judgies official, designed by Aurora Castelli herself. So go ahead and Aurora and I are both wearing. I'm wearing a shirt. Aurora's wearing a crew neck. So if you hop on over to youtube.com/judgiespod, you can see it there. And then Aurora's going to hold up a nice little shirt.
Yeah.
So there's 3 designs. There's my face, me as a werewolf. And if you turn it around on the back, there will be all 3 of our beautiful little faces. Erica, of course, as a ghost, and Christian go in goblin mode. And there's a 4th design, which is this Judgies blood logo, which goes
Bludgies.
I fucking
very
love it. The
hard.
Bludgies.
I said
So
hang on, no,
spooky.
I said Bludgies.
I think it's in the description on the website.
I said Bludgies. So if you like it, you like what I said.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Josh. I still would have liked it if you said it first. I don't like that you're trying to steal credit from Aurora. That's pretty fucked
Yeah.
up.
So if you guys want to go over and support us, it's
Misogynist.
judgiespod myspreadshop.com/nothing. It's at the beginning. So judgiespod.myspreadshop.com. There will be a link in the description. Thanks, bye.
Check the diddly-doo.
The what?
Oh no.
The what?
The didgeridoo. The
I don't know.
doodly-doo.
Doodly-doo.
That's old school YouTube, brother.
That's what they called the bottom part before it was like the description. People just call it the doodly-doo.
Also,
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
first
What the
post-tattoo show.
Oh, I also got another tattoo.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
I don't know if everybody else.
that's
can
cute.
see it.
Look at that.
It says OK Heart.
It's Olsen's.
Okay.
It's Olsen's initials.
Interesting.
Oh my god.
I guess that makes sense. But to me, I just think you really like Oklahoma.
No, that's not the vibes
Never been.
that I'm getting.
You don't need to.
I
don't
knew what
think.
it meant.
But you knew immediately,
I
right?
knew immediately.
Without me having to
Sure.
say, "Hey, it's our child's initials." You knew.
Your mom was confused.
Literally everyone I have talked to about it has no idea that it's my son's initials.
I
They're
tell-
just like, okay.
Can I tell you? Well, can I tell you my 2 lines of thinkings? Mm-hmm. One, you were just on a girls trip with someone who was getting life-altering news, and I thought maybe it was like a "we're gonna be okay" type thing. Also, it's lowercase,
Yes.
and so I read it as just "okay," not initials.
yeah, I
I think it looks cool and very awesome.
I didn't
Yeah.
like the idea of the uppercase K. So I just did all lowercase.
Very cool. I have no notes
Yeah.
except for
Thanks.
the one I just gave.
Right. Yeah. But I showed it to my volleyball team. I was like, look, I got a tattoo. And they were just like, cool. And I was like, yeah, it's my son's initials. And they were like, oh, that makes literally every single one of them. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Oh, no, now it's actually cool. That was a polite cool before. Now it's a real cool.
That's funny. And
Yeah,
when you
I
look
like
in
it.
the mirror, it says KO because he's a little knockout.
Can I actively adjust the soundboard while we're recording an episode?
No.
In what way?
Adding a sound that
Yeah.
I may or may not have forgot.
Go ahead and just do it, bud.
Hey, you guys talk like nothing's happening.
Brad.
I don't know if we can.
My friend has an uncle named Brud.
You can't. That's okay.
What?
Yeah.
Just do it. We'll wait.
Is it
You
short?
can't
for
We have to
do it.
stop
something?
recording.
I have to stop recording. And I'm not doing that.
Not doing that,
Is
but
it
you know
short
we
for something?
are
I don't know.
doing is opening up mail that was sent to us at P.O.
shit.
Box 58, Ottawa, Illinois 61350. Boy, I was really quick with that one.
Sometimes Erica does that. Yeah, I'll help you out.
Mr. and Mrs. Erica.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. That says Mrs. and Mr. Erica and Christian Kleckner. And then also Mr. Josh Highsmith.
Oh, cool. I made the list.
Nice.
These
thought
are
they just had the same
cool
name as you.
envelopes.
I like the gold pen.
Me too. There's no note. So, congratulations to Paige and David on October 21st in Pennsylvania.
You gotta have more. You gotta
Congratulations.
have more effort than that. Send us a little something personalized. Is that just a card as well?
There's a couple
No.
things in here. I think
Okay.
this is...
Listen, folks, we
But
don't
Paige
do
and
this.
David, congratulations on your upcoming
You're going to have to
nuptials.
read that because I literally can't read the first word on the card.
Details.
Bro, it says details. I swear to God, I can't read this. Can you guys read details on that?
Oh,
That's a rough
Now
font.
that I
it looks like a.
now that I heard it
yeah.
says details, yes, but that D is giving the Disney D, which made
I was reading it
So
as an
no,
N.
it's
N.
not.
I could see an N for sure.
Look at how cool these invitations are. They're like moon themed.
Morgan and Kevin.
oh,
Morgan and Kevin
that is cool.
getting married on November 4th in Wisconsin.
Whoa!
Congratulations!
Thank you, folks. If you want to send something
Thank
over
you.
at P.O. Box, Ottawa, Illinois 60350, go ahead and do that.
These guys
Has
must be
anyone-
space nerds because they also have the James Webb Telescope stamps.
Mm.
Oh,
And I'm
cool.
obsessed.
No feelings about that from
Really?
this side of the couch. This side of the couch.
Fuck you then.
No, I'm saying no feelings.
You should feel something.
I feel nothing.
Aurora's invited as well.
Oh yay!
Does
Thank
it say
you
that?
guys.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What about
The
the fact
heck?
that
No.
they might have just discovered a planet that has living material on it?
Sweet.
Living...
Life.
Yeah, I just think
Yeah.
there's a planet that already exists that has life on it, and it kind of fucking sucks to live here, and maybe we should work on that. That makes
Yeah.
sense? You know what we also do on this
Are
podcast?
you a James Webb Telescope hater?
No.
Like
Erica, this-
genuinely?
No, Erica, do you
Okay.
just not remember any Judgies episodes ever?
I remember talking about this and I vaguely remember you being a shithead, but that
No.
could be any episode.
I just
so-
said I just nothing it. I think it's
He's-
okay,
he's
and I'm
neither
glad
one.
other people like it. Like it's just nothing to me.
I just don't understand how it's not like the most fucking fascinating thing.
That's
you.
what I'm saying is I just am nothing it.
Well,
Yeah.
because it's all made up. It's just it's computer generated pictures.
Brother, everything's made up. Everything is just made up. We're
I'm
making
lying.
shit up right now.
Guys, I'm lying. I don't believe this.
Anywho, we don't just get into arguments on this
You're
podcast.
getting me heated
I
already.
didn't even do anything.
I was just looking in your general direction, Joshua. I was just saying that I was heated in general.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes, of course.
So you know the D on that card?
Yeah.
You know the Disney D,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
It's
yeah.
not the same.
No, but when I was a kid, I always thought that was a G.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I didn't understand how that said Disney. I thought it said Disney.
No, it'd be Disney, right?
No.
No, it'd be Disney for sure.
It's Disney, and you can see it on a GIF I made.
What the hell?
You fuckers.
We don't.
All you fuckers on stream, you know you're wrong too.
We don't just get
a
into
good one.
arguments on this podcast. We also podcast on this podcast. One of the sales is us. Go out online and find it. Silly little stores.
Thank you.
This week-
I real quick, a little quick aside. I have to say, in the last couple episodes, you've been a little lazy with your going online finding silly little stories.
Yeah. Is it lazy or is the bit just ending, and I try to like wean off of it, and you get so distraught.
Because it's cool,
Yeah.
Josh.
Do we have another intro, a good replacement for it, or do we just don't want anything?
Sing it.
I think the biggest here. That is actually a really good idea.
Okay, Gerard.
Huh?
Gerard Way.
Or otherwise.
Gerard Way. Yeah.
I just feel like
My Chemical Romance.
And they have a song called "Sing It," or it goes
No.
"Sing it for the sing it for the."
Maybe on the Danger Days album.
No,
I have no idea.
What
I
song?
don't know.
Are you thinking of like Singing from the Rooftops? Because we don't talk about that band no more.
Oh, "Sing" by My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, I think it's
Sing
on Danger Days.
it out, boy. You've got to see what tomorrow brings.
So maybe you shouldn't sing it.
This is how you're gonna start. I just feel like it helps us stay on track when you do the. You can reel us back in by going, telling us little stories,
and that's why I do it.
But
Yeah,
you're
but
trying to
no,
get
but
rid
what I'm
of it.
saying is you're trying to get rid of it, and that's upsetting to
I'm
me.
trying to get what is going
You
on.
just said you were trying to get rid of it.
No,
You did.
oh
You
my
gaslighting
God.
said-
I'm getting. You're putting words.
Misogynist.
You said.
You're putting words in my mouth.
you don't
and
like
You
the
said-
let me put
said-
some words in my own mouth and tell a story that I found online.
Can you say it right?
It right.
Can you say going online
Hold
and
on,
telling
hold
silly
on,
little
hold on.
stories?
Ow!
Oh God!
I'll take it back.
What? No, what the hell?
Yes, Aurora.
Jesus Christ. Nobody wants to listen to this shit show
And
anymore.
no one even heard the new soundboard sound drop. But that's
Oh.
okay. It'll come back.
Play it.
No, it'll
No,
come
play
back.
it. No, you should play it.
There's no reason to. It'll come back in this episode.
Just like my Karen did.
Oh, I broke the rules, you guys. I need to go to jail.
I pissed my pants. You said no pissing my pants on this couch. I pissed my pants over here, guys.
On our brand new article couch.
I was told I didn't
Not
look pretty
sponsored.
enough 4 hours after my mom died.
Oh!
The fuck?
Have they watched Fleabag?
I haven't. I don't get the reference.
Oh my god. Okay, so to explain it real quick for anyone who hasn't seen it, one of the first scenes that you see, the main character, I don't know what the actress's name is, but she looks absolutely flawless for her mom's funeral, and she can't stop looking this good. Like, she's not wearing makeup, she didn't do her hair, but it's just like looking so chic, and she doesn't understand why she looks so good, and everyone's just like, wow, you handle grief really well. It's not as funny when
No, it's
you gotta
it's
explain it.
very funny.
I hear
But-
Fleabag's a great show.
It's 6 episodes.
It's a
Watch
very
it,
good
yeah.
show. Yeah, it's 6 episodes and that's it.
And
No,
they're 30-minute
no other
episodes.
seasons.
Speaking of 30-minute episodes, that's not
Continue,
what we're doing
Josh.
tonight.
Continue.
This is from r/traumatizethemback.
Ooh. Woo.
Yeah. How about that?
Traumatize them back.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That doesn't seem like a healthy mindset.
Giving an eye for an eye type thing.
Makes the whole world blind.
But you know what the full quote is after that?
Let's hear it.
That's okay.
Bring home the bacon.
But that's sometimes good. Though.
Something in Babylonian.
This happened a really long time ago now, but I've never seen anyone run away from a situation quite so quickly, and sometimes I do wonder what the guy thought or if he learned his lesson. Unnecessary paragraph. We should have just skipped it over, Josh. Editor. So my mom had been terminal and was in hospice care in our home. We knew time was limited. However, when I'm upset, the first thing to go to hell is my sleep schedule. I had slept 2 hours that night and hadn't been getting much more sleep than that for the few weeks preceding this. But she ended up passing slightly before 4 a.m. that this took place. So after she passed, I decided I needed caffeine to get through the day. So when the nearest gas station opened up at 8 a.m., I headed over there for some energy drinks. I likely did look a bit of a mess. It's easy to tell when I'm tired, and I was wearing college merch that was much bigger than my usual size. What college?
Drop the college.
Dartmouth.
Ooh, that's a fun one.
I get out of my car and start shuffling through my clothes. I couldn't remember which gigantic pocket I had put my wallet in. While I did this, this man pulls up to a pump in a very shiny car. I don't remember what he looked like beyond that he looked a bit like a very put-together game show host.
Okay.
Maybe he was going to his job. It's 8 a.m. Maybe it was Drew Carey. This man turns to me. He was 20 feet away, so this was all said loudly, and says, It's a shame someone so pretty can't improve everyone's day with a smile.
Ugh.
Kill me.
What? Why do they say these things?
Who gives men the audacity?
Men.
They do.
Yeah.
They give it to
fair.
themselves.
I burst out crying. Ugly crying with the sobbing mouth thing and shaking. Just went from standing there hoping I hadn't left my wallet at home to bawling in a mostly empty parking lot. I did manage to yell something like, I'm sorry I'm not fucking pretty enough for you and my mom died 4 hours ago. Dude turned his heel and left.
Good.
Didn't pump gas, didn't go inside for coffee, didn't apologize, just got in his car and left.
Good.
Appropriate response.
Yeah. Well, actually, the thing
should have
is,
apologized.
He only came to catcall.
he went there, his objective was accomplished.
Yeah.
He went there to go yell at someone who looked like they had a family member pass recently.
Yeah.
I was saved from standing in the parking lot sobbing by a woman who I think was jogging and heard what the man said and the employee of the gas station. They were both very kind.
See, we love women supporting women.
And then the comments are her trying to defend that she didn't look good because people were like, maybe you looked really pretty that morning. And it's like, there's no reason why you should say that.
That's not the point of the
It's
story
not
at all.
the point.
Yeah.
Not the point at all.
We love Reddit.
Isn't that a fun little story?
No.
Fun little pod subreddit?
No, it was sad.
Crazy subreddit to find.
Yeah. Oh, good job, Josh. Finding this subreddit. Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, that's actually really sweet of you
I
to say.
just gave you a compliment on it, Josh. I don't know why you're yelling, why you're being passive aggressive like this.
All right, no,
If you're gonna be a shithead, just speak it out loud. Don't mumble it under your breath.
Mumble it into the mic, Josh.
I am.
I'm
That's
gonna
the
need
funny
you to.
part.
I'm gonna need
More.
more.
What the? Malort?
More.
What
Gross.
the hell?
Did I tell you this story at Riot Fest? Aurora was buying merch, and of course, Chicago's whole thing is Malort. It's a dog shit liquor. It tastes like dog shit. That's the whole point of it.
It's the real embodiment of Chicago.
And a lot of people at Riot Fest, like every single place had it for sale, like to drink, like shots, yada, yada, yada. And like a lot of the workers were drinking it. And so Aurora was buying a shirt at one of the places, and it's a very cool shirt. It's got raccoons, and it says Trash
Yeah.
Tuesday.
It's
Okay.
got a garbage truck on it.
And if you bought something there, they gave you it was like $24 for a shirt. It was like crazy.
It's 30.
Like, but like that's good prices for like
Yes.
a festival shirt.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
a
then
festival
they
shirt.
also put it in a bag, like a drawstring bag for you, which was free.
Free bag, free bag.
And they asked her if she wanted a shot of Malort. And for free.
Did you take it?
No.
Well, she's like, no.
But it's free.
But then I
Oh, but
a
you were getting
shit.
free drinks all weekend, so
Hell yeah.
so then I jokingly was, I was like, oh geez, and she's like, oh come on. Or the person that was selling the shirt was like, oh come on, it's not that bad. Like, it
Malort
sucks.
literally tastes like fucking runoff street water from downtown Chicago.
So I
Air
was like,
conditioner water.
Yeah.
yeah, I know some people who drink that for pleasure, and I just don't get it. And she just like looked at me, and then looked back to Aurora and was like, "Do you want your receipt?" And I was like, "Ugh, did I just offend this person?"
You just fucking rolled
Maybe.
a fucking one, buddy.
And I was like, "What the hell?" And so I was like, "Well, now I need to tell another story.
Yeah.
I gotta break the awkward it is."
I hate ketchup on my hot dogs, though.
So I told him the story when your cousin was going down, I think it was for your graduation, rode with
Yes.
Christian, and was like, "Hey, can I go to your alcohol cart and mix something in with my drink?" And he drank like half a bottle of Malort.
Yeah.
I thought it was whiskey.
And at the end of the trip was like, "Hey man, that tasted like shit."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh yeah." And then she just walked away. And I was like, "Ah!
You can't win them all, Josh.
What is wrong?"
You cannot. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was so bad. It was really bad. I was like, "Hey."
Josh, I love living vicariously through you because I have so much social anxiety, and to just hear all the stories where you're like, this should have been a normal interaction and everything went wrong.
Yeah.
And I love hearing it
It
because
was
it's
awesome.
like I would be in a hole. It would put me in a depressive hole if that happened to
The
me.
free drinks helped.
Good
Can I tell you
point.
that? Well, and then we walked like 2 stores over, and Corey Strike got slapped by a woman to get $5 off of Rachel's earrings purchase.
Okay.
So
It wasn't a good slap. I saw it on
it
TikTok.
wasn't. No, I was very
She
surprised.
took it like a champ.
Bad contact?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
just a
She used like this part of her hand and
Oh,
hit her like in
no.
the ear, and I was like,
Yeah.
at least slap him in the face.
Well, I gotta tell you guys, once you're practicing a slap, you get in your head and you miss. It's easy to do.
This is from Teddy. Off submitter now, Teddy.
Off submitter.
We love Teddy. You hate Teddy, but we love Teddy.
Oh, do I hate Teddy?
Yeah, you hate Teddy.
Was this the previous episode lore? Or
Does that mean I also hate
Off
Teddy?
submitter.
I don't. Why do I
I
hate
hate
Teddy? I
Teddy?
don't remember.
He submitted the story about the sister who found out her brother had her.
Oh. Oh.
Anywho, whip-de-woo, this, that, and the third. This is from r/advice. No, it's not.
Wow.
My,
That's a new one. Wow.
that's when we've used it before. My boyfriend leaked my nudes.
Oh.
Leave him immediately.
Teddy says, hello, use my name. Got a fresh story from r/advice. Content warning minors. Content warning leaked nudes.
Teddy.
I don't like that.
I'm
How do
currently...
you choose these, Teddy? Continue.
I mean, that
no.
feels like where it's most likely to happen is like teenagers.
Yeah, right.
But I don't like knowing it.
Content warning. I already said the content warning. We already heard it. I'm currently panicking right now because I just found out that my boyfriend showed a bunch of people my nudes, so please excuse my bad writing. For some context, my boyfriend 16 and I 16 have been together for about a year. I've sent him some nude photos of me. I've sent him about 15. He's a very compassionate and understanding guy, so I never expected him to do this. Last night we were talking and he brought up the topic of us having sex. I told him I wasn't ready, but he kept persuading me to at least give him some head. I said no, and he said something along the lines of, how are you going to send me those pics and act like a whore if we're not going to fuck?
Whoa, dude.
Disgusting. Vile.
Come on.
Horrible. We fought for a while, so I just left. And today when I came to school, a bunch of my friends told me that he leaked my nudes to some guys, which showed them to other people, and it just kind of spread. I go to a fairly small school where everyone knows everyone, so I feel so violated right now. I know I should tell an adult, but then my parents would have to get involved, and I would never be able to look them in the eye again, especially because of how much they stress online safety. I really don't know what I can do. It's all happening really fast, and I feel terrible. That's it.
I hope you break up with him.
Well, yeah, I assume they broke up. Honestly, unfortunately, about the only thing you can do is go talk to a counselor or a therapist.
Mm-hmm.
The ball's rolling. There's no stopping it.
Yeah.
At this point.
I mean, it's especially if it's a small town, it's only a matter of time before it gets back to your parents.
Yeah,
Like
we're gonna
it's
find out.
I think they would rather hear it from you than from Tom, Jick, and Harry over at the bar. At the post office.
Small town,
library.
Josh.
It's all one
bank.
location.
Yeah, it's all-
the bar / post office / library / bank.
It's
Yeah.
like the barber, dentist, surgeon. It's kind of the same concept.
Fucking crazy. It's crazy what people are doing these days. This is why they say don't send shit.
Yeah.
If you're a teenager, probably don't listen to us. But also, if you're a teenager and you're sending nudes, know this is like, it's like a 99% chance this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
To you.
So I've never sent any.
Don't do nudes, guys.
I've never sent any.
Yeah.
Ever? No, coward.
Like we've like video chatted when we were long distance, but I don't.
Yeah.
It's because you're a coward.
Well, now it's like at the point. What do we even need to?
Just prove you're not a coward.
I'm
Do you want me to go in the bathroom
brave
and send you a
boy.
picture of my tits right now?
No, because I might accidentally.
Good, because
leak
I
it
wasn't going to do
somehow.
it.
I would've my
Accidentally. I truly believe that Christian would do it accidentally. Like
Oh, yeah.
sit on his phone wrong and then all of a sudden it's on the internet.
My entire family.
That's in the group chat. No.
You gotta share this with 10 people, or you're gonna have bad luck.
Oh, man.
We're not saying. I don't think you should say like you should never do it, but if you do it, be aware of the consequences.
There's a very high chance.
But also, this is just straight child porn. Just like it's illegal to distribute. It's technically illegal for him to have it. I think technically. So yeah, you need to tell somebody because that's not good.
Yeah.
Also, isn't that like considered revenge porn too?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
you should probably go to the cops.
The kid.
I mean,
yeah,
ACAB, but also
the kid probably doesn't need to go to jail. He needs to learn his frickin' lesson though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's terrible. I mean, that happened in our school so many times.
Yeah.
Just one person gets a nude from somebody, and then it would just spread like wildfire.
Yeah. I was never about it because I saw it like firsthand with like people were like fucking trading it, and I was just like, this is not
like
cool.
trading cards. Yeah,
It's not cool. It's
very, very gross. I'll say it.
also I just don't know how you as like how you're like, bro, you gotta check out my girlfriend. You gotta. This one, it's like I get it's the revenge porn kind of thing, but like when we were in high school, it would be like,
You'd be dating. Yeah.
bro, my girlfriend sent me this crazy picture. It's like, why are you showing me this? It's your girlfriend, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah. It's a lack of education. I'll say it.
Also a lack of respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I guess, yeah. That's what I was kind of like, education that this is harmful and you're not
Yeah.
treating the other person in your partnership as a human, which is weird. Why would you do that? You're superhuman to me. Thank you. Thank you. One more before the break. This one's going to get my blood pumping. This is from r/work.
Work.
I think it's a whoop, isn't it?
No.
r/work.
I'm
That
pretty
might
sure you did
be.
that like season 1.
We've done anti-work.
Yeah, I've done.
Oh. Do you want to like preemptive whoop and then we can cut
I mean,
it out?
I'm not doing the
Editor's not
research.
cutting it out, and editor.
This is
not
sent
looking
in
through
to
that.
us from someone who doesn't say whether or not I can say their name, so sorry. It's a Reddit story, though. My manager doesn't want me reading books during breaks.
What?
During a break? Like,
Yeah.
Well, what if you get too lost into the book world, and like they're calling you overhead, like we need backup, and you're just so lost reading about Hogwarts or some bullshit.
Okay.
you ready for another hot take from Erica?
whatever you say is not going to be a hot take.
I don't really give a shit about Harry Potter
Yeah,
at all.
it's not a hot take.
It's
What
not
the
that good.
fuck?
That was a hot take when we were like 18.
I don't know. I
That's
still
so
feel like a
Slytherin
lot
of
of
you.
people are like, oh, I love Harry Potter. Like, it's
Actually, it's kind of brave of you. That's really Gryffindor of you.
Yeah. I tried reading it as a kid, didn't like it. So what are you gonna
That's
do?
so helpful. Puff
I
of
was
you.
you're
I
more
was-
of a Lemony Snicket's kind of guy.
I was
Yes,
more of an
he
Artemis
is.
Fowl guy. I was just so
Oh.
pre-woke that I just sort of got bad vibes from reading
For sure.
book one. Yeah.
For
I was like, this kid's under the stairs. That's not okay.
Did you know that your name in my phone is Lemony Snicket ass looking bitch?
What?
Aw.
Seriously?
For a long time.
Why? I
I don't remember.
I don't even look like him. I guess I'm picturing
Wait.
Patrick Warburton.
I was about to say, you know what Lemony Snicket's looks like?
I'm picturing.
Does
Patrick
he show
Warburton.
his face?
Oh. The
Okay. I love. Are you okay?
what?
Or were you thinking of Olaf,
I'm thinking about the
the bad guy?
guy that Jim. No, not Jim Carrey.
Yeah. Jim
Yes,
Carrey.
Jim
Yeah, he's-
Carrey. I'm thinking about that guy.
Yeah, that's Count Olaf.
Yeah.
Oh.
I knew
Thank you,
exactly.
thanks.
When you did it, I knew what you meant, Aurora. I was on the same page.
Okay. I love to read. My manager
Nerd.
does not.
Cool
She has
guy.
been on me for a while since I transferred that I read entirely too much. She got on me with a break where I read for 10 minutes outside. Most customers find nothing wrong with it. Manager says it makes me look overly educated and not a cashier.
What the fuck?
It makes me look lazy in her eyes.
What?
I do the
Wow.
I do the job, so why does it matter what I'm doing on my breaks? We don't have an area to take breaks. It's a freaking gas station. So I got told I could no longer bring books for my breaks. I can just listen to music or read whatever on my phone. I am now pissed. It's a break, and I don't want to deal with this BS. Why does my manager think book reading is weird? I can't just not read on my breaks.
I have a hot take. It's a gas station.
That's not a hot take. That was
That's a
supplied
cold take,
information.
but-
I'm sorry. That's
I
a
mean, I agree with you.
Context take. I guess.
I don't think the issue here is that she's saying you can't read and that books are dumb or whatever. I mean, that is an issue, but also the issue here is that she's trying to control your free time. Mm-hmm. This is your personal time that she has no control over. This is why you need to unionize.
Should I just not bring any books, or should I just walk to work earlier and read in the park before my shift? My work is within walking distance of my house.
Find
Just-
a different job.
Just keep reading on your break. What are they
Yeah.
gonna do?
What she literally, and if she fires you for doing something on your free time, like, pretty sure that's some kind of
Some
lawsuit.
sort of illegal, yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Update.
think so. I finished my book.
That would be a
I
very good
spoke to
update.
my boss, and she said that she was coming off quite a bit like an asshole, actually, and she didn't mean to. I'm trying to remember what it is because I'm looking in Aurora's eyes.
This is impressive
It's
because it
making me
almost feels like you're looking
uncomfortable,
in my
actually.
eyes.
Oh, shit. I just got caught in someone's eyes. I didn't know who. Okay, I talked to my manager, and she said she came off as an asshole. She told me that I was reading outside when a customer bitched I should be working. And when she said I was on my break, he threatened he would rip my book up because he found what I was reading offensive.
Okay, what was...
Currently, I am reading... Close. White Trash Warlock, which is a comedy about an incompetent warlock who has to save the Denver company. She said she has no problem with me reading, but was worried about the break situation since I can't always break in her office. She's starting to figure out something because I am not the only one that this customer has threatened to do this to.
So ban the customer. What?
Sad part is he works at the car dealership, which fills up at our station often. We don't really appreciate it and have ranged complaints to their managers on this guy. He also likes to voice QAnon conspiracies to those who listen, so we're in for a long haul with him.
Oh,
I need you the next time you're on break and he walks by, please trip him. Just trip him.
That'd be cool. Little banana peel action.
Yeah.
That'd be so sick.
Play the whoop.
Throw out a rubber snake just to scare him. Maybe he'll trip himself.
Open the can of peanuts. Uh-oh. My peanuts.
He's allergic to fake peanut jars, actually.
Even better.
What the hell? You're trying to murder this guy?
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm condoning his murder, but if he dies, he dies.
Wow.
This drives me insane for the reasons that you were speaking of earlier. But also, like, so when I had a job, when I was a working man.
You still have a job, Josh.
Yeah, me too.
When I was a job and I had a working man, I used to, we would have downtimes of like, we were running a test. It took 8 minutes to run the test, right? So I just pull out my phone and be on my phone, right? And then there was a worker who would pull out his book and read a book, or somebody who would pull out their Kindle and read a Kindle. And they wouldn't get like spoken to about it, but I would get spoken to like, hey, you can't be on your phone so much. And it's like, why? What
do you want me to do for these 8 minutes?
Yeah, and it's like we weren't a customer facing place. It was just them being upset that I was on my phone. It's like, I'm waiting. It's a stare at a wall.
It's because this is the opposite situation of their situation. You're coming off as uneducated. And they're like, we are a lab. You're scrolling through Twitter.
Yeah.
Read
They're
a
gonna
book
think
or
you're
something.
a fucking idiot. Go read a book.
It was crazy. It was
Go wrinkle your brain.
It was wild to me. I never stopped using my phone. They would come in and talk to me a lot, and I'd be like, no. Well, I have 15 minutes of downtime. You want me to bring in a book? I can just I'll just say I'm reading a book on my phone. What's the difference?
Big difference.
Fuck, you're
You're
right.
we know you're looking at fucking dots.
It's company law. What is that rule?
bird law.
What's the rules of a company?
The bylaws.
Sure,
Policies?
that it has to be physical pages.
Yeah.
They're just better. They smell better.
It drove me insane. I freaking hate stupid ass bosses, especially in this case where the boss is like attacking the employee for
Because of what a customer said.
a bad customer's complaint.
Yeah.
And he got triggered by the phrase white trash. So funny. Anywho, here's a break now. How about that?
See ya.
Speaking of breaks.
You know what? We don't care what you do on your break. Maybe listen
Yeah.
to these ads.
Maybe.
Support us.
And welcome back to this side of the break where
Get your thing ready.
Yeah.
you guys took a break from listening to our podcast, and now we're going to take a break from listening to me tell silly little stories because Erica is about to...
Tell me about that circle jerk.
How about that? Erica was so excited, and I tried to shoot this down. I said, Erica,
'cause
I
he's
got
a big
bigger...
old dumb idiot.
well, can I explain?
No.
It's fine. You go then.
Okay. So anyway, like a long time ago, I was scrolling through Facebook because I'm a boomer, and then I clicked on a BuzzFeed article because I'm a boomer, and I was influenced.
This is a very millennial statement.
I was influenced to buy a coffee table book, and that coffee table book is called Floriography, the Victorian language of flowers.
Ooh.
And it's beautiful. It's by Jessica Rue. And I just want to quick read the introduction. Says, chrysanthemums are for condolences, rue is for regret, and rosemary is for remembrance. The Victorian language of flowers, also called Floriography, emerged as a clandestine method of communication at a time when proper etiquette discouraged open and flagrant displays of emotion. First emerging in 1819.
Clandestine?
I'll get there.
Do you have something to say?
I'll wait until you're done.
First emerging in 1819 with Charlotte de la Tour's Le Langage des Fleurs.
Very French.
That was impressive.
This coded language was used widely through the 19th century in both England and America, and today is synonymous with the Victorian tradition and culture. Flower meanings were taken from literature, mythology, religion, medieval legend, and even the shapes of the blooms themselves. Often florists would invent symbolism to accompany new additions to their inventory, and occasionally flowers had different meanings depending on the location and the time. Young women of high society in this era embraced the practice, sending bouquets as a token of love or warning, wearing flowers in their hair or tucked into their gowns, and celebrating all things floral. Many of them created small arrangements of flowers called tussie-mussies,
What the hell?
Okay.
or nosegays,
Wait.
Whoa.
Baby.
Spell that one.
Nosegays.
Oh, wow. Okay.
By combining a few blooms in a small bouquet, worn or carried as accessories, these coded messages of affection, desire, or sorrows allowed Victorians to show their true feelings in an enigmatic and alluring display. As the era came to an end and the First World War began, the language of flowers faded in popularity. Traces of the tradition remain, however. We still use roses to convey love at weddings and on Valentine's Day, lilies for peace, and mums for condolences. I didn't know that. The elegance and beauty of flowers have not dwindled, only our knowledge of their coded meanings.
So I will say maybe I should have been reading more books while I was at work because I didn't know like half those words.
Yeah.
I was really
He's
confused like the whole
lying.
time.
What words were you confused about?
And
Clandestine.
too many to frickin' figure out.
What the fuck is
Nosegays really got me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have picked out our birth flowers and we'll go over the bouquets too. But there is like every flower in here with a beautiful illustration. Like I'll just open up to Buttercup.
So is
Ooh.
this kind of like astrology but for flowers?
No.
No,
So like what's a birth
We'll
flower?
see.
it's the flower that
It's
represents your month.
So,
It's not
So
astrology.
I mean, you have star
Yeah.
signs that represent your month.
we're going to start with Aurora. So technically every month has 2 flowers assigned to it as like a birth flower. This book doesn't go into like birth flowers. I just figured since there's like 150 pages of flowers in here, I would just do like the 4 of us. Anyway, so Aurora's 2 flowers are holly and something else I can't remember, but it's not in the book, so you're only getting holly.
Aw.
So here's the cute little entry.
Oh, I
pretty.
was like, how coincidental because that's a Christmas flower. And I was
Because
like,
it's in the winter.
December,
and
yeah.
her
December.
Yes.
birthday's in December. It's
Well,
making
Yeah.
sense.
Acrobat, dude.
So what it
What the hell?
means, the meaning of holly is foresight.
It's because there's 4 leaves.
The origin is in many European pagan traditions, holly branches were hung in homes to protect against misfortune. This custom was later adopted for the Christmas holidays by the Victorians, who loved to indulge in superstition. Holly often figured in fortune-telling games as well. In Wales, it was said that if a girl ran 7 laps around a holly tree one way, then 7 times around the other way, her future husband would appear to her. Pair this with
So
What?
easy, right?
Why wouldn't you just do that if you wanted a husband?
Yeah.
I'm sure they did.
Well, I guess how long are these
Infinite
laps?
husband glitch.
it's 7 times around a holly tree. So
But how big? I mean, are we talking like Great Sequoia? I don't know how big a holly tree is.
no. You compare the
Also, a great sequoia is also like even the biggest based tree in the world. A lap isn't going to take you that long.
7! 14 total?
14 total, yeah.
Andrew's gonna be dizzy.
That's why you have to do it the other way around to undizzy yourself.
Continue.
Thanks, for. You can pair this with eucalyptus to indicate looking out for a friend, or lily of the valley to show that better times are on the horizon.
Lily of the Valley.
I love Lily
is
of the
Aurora's
Valley.
favorite flower.
It's one of them.
Do you want me to show you that one?
No.
It's so pretty. I
Okay.
would like to see it.
Next, we're going to do Josh.
Boo, right? Boo.
Josh has 2 birth flowers. The first one is honeysuckle.
That's what they used to call you back in high school, right?
Yeah.
Its meanings are devotion or affection.
That's so you.
The origin says Victorians claimed that sleeping with honeysuckle flowers under your pillow would cause you to dream of your true love. This belief might have originated with Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, in which Tatiana compares her slumbering with Bottom to the way a sweet honeysuckle encircles a barky elm. And then it says pair with an orchid to show gratitude for a gift you treasure, or cornflower to show your true devotion to a loved one.
Pretty.
Cornflower.
Pretty. They're blue.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking like cornstarch, I guess.
No, the flower.
I like FLOUR,
flower book?
like cornflower.
Flower book.
Cornflower is like such a bad name for such a pretty flower.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very pretty blue as well. Your next one is a rose.
Ugh.
It means love.
A rose by any other name would honestly smell worse. I think Rose does a lot of the lifting. I think Billy S kind of messed it up. Wait, both of my flowers are Shakespearean. Interesting.
Interesting.
Midsummer.
Is Shakespeare's.
Your
June
birthday.
is in the summer.
Yes, but the rose is from Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Also takes
2.
place in summer.
Yeah.
The rose flower has been closely linked to love in many cultures throughout history. Its lushy layered petals and sweet aroma may explain why. For the Victorians, the color of the rose indicated the level of affection. A white rose was for innocent love. Blush pink was for blossoming romance. And a deep red rose was for passion.
Oh, we fucking. I got you the deepest, reddest rose.
Oh no.
In Greek myth, Chloris, the goddess of flowers, is said to have turned a beautiful dead nymph into a rose. She invited Apollo to warm the bloom, Aphrodite to lend it her beauty, Dionysus to add sweet nectar, and the 3 graces to supply charm, joy, and magnificence.
Kind of a dog shit god of flowers if you need all these other gods to do the heavy lifting.
Good point.
Chloris called the rose the queen of flowers. You should pair it with baby's breath for a wedding celebration, or cornflower for hope in a new romantic pursuit.
Cornflower is pretty. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
What are the
Come
chances
on.
that it's both? Both of them are cornflower.
Because it's
High
in the
because
summertime.
it's okay.
Next
Seasonal.
we have Christian. He's got
Kleckner?
Yes, he's
Roger.
got 2 birth flowers.
Otherwise?
First one is iris.
Pretty.
Like the
Can't see
Goo Goo
shit.
Dolls.
The meaning is valor, wisdom, and faith.
Uh-huh. Well,
The iris has long been associated with power and victory.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Ancient Egyptians used the iris to crown the brow of a sphinx. Years
Oh, yeah.
later,
Christian's a
Clovis
sphinx.
the 5th century king of the Franks, won a significant battle after seeing irises bloom in a river. His soldiers adorned themselves with the flowers afterwards, and the iris's 3 upper petals were then said to represent the valor, wisdom, and faith that led to their success in battle. Pair with bluebells to show humility in victory, and clematis to indicate admiration for ingenuity.
Don't you hate when you're trying to hook up with a flower
it's got fucking
and it
clemitis.
fucking gives you bluebells and then turns out you got clemitis from it too?
That's pretty fucking funny, Joshua.
Thank you.
I enjoyed that. You should tweet that. That
No.
that would go on your list of tweets that banged.
Interesting, because that was the subreddit I was gonna, or the circle dudes I was gonna do tonight. Is our listeners submitted
Tweets that
tweets that should have banged?
Christian's next birth flower is a violet.
Pretty.
It means
Purple
modesty.
boy.
Violets grow low to the ground with its head bowed, a picture of modesty.
Very Christian is very low to the ground.
Social anxiety. My head's always facing the ground.
Originally, violets were the flower of St. Valentine's Day. It is said that St. Valentine, while jailed for attempting to spread Christianity, crushed violets growing near his cell in order to make ink. One legend claims he used this ink to write a letter to his jailer's daughter, whom he had healed from blindness. signing it Your Valentine, thus inspiring centuries of romantic notes. Pair with Bluebell for a humble friend who means the world to you, or with Laurel to show a friend that you're proud of their accomplishments.
Yanny?
I
That was
can't,
so fucking.
I can't roll my eyes hard
That
enough.
was so fucking good.
I knew I would get Christian.
Next in
got my
and
ass.
the last one is for me, Erica, aka Ricky. I was born in July, and my 2 flowers are a larkspur and
Made
a
up.
water lily.
Larkspur?
But
Isn't
water
a-
lily is not in here. So
Isn't a
here's-
lark a bird?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so pretty.
It's very
I didn't
pretty.
get to see it.
Purple
Oh, it's
queen.
also known as
Pretty.
delphinium.
So just to clarify, this book, you just looked up our birth flowers, then looked up the flowers in this book.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So a larkspur means levity. The distinctive seed pod of the larkspur is said to resemble the foot of a lark, hence its name. The lovely and light song of these birds lifts the spirits just as the beautiful purple petals of the plant reach upwards towards the heavens. You can pair with Protea to indicate better days are ahead, or with Begonia to assure someone
Oh,
that all past problems have been
Ricky,
reconciled.
you got the 2 worst flower names to pair.
Protea and Begonia?
Protea sounds like a branch off of like Animalia, like fungi, Protea, and then you get Begalia, which is
Begonia.
Begonia, which is just Amelia Bedelia's middle name.
Amelia Begonia Bedelia.
Yeah.
So then they've got the last couple pages are different bouquets. And the first one is just a bouquet of friendship. You'd combine zinnia for everlasting friendship, apple blossom for preference, pansy for a friend you think of often, and eucalyptus for protection and to strengthen the bond of the friendship.
I wonder how many fights happened in Victorian era that like it's kind of like I guess the Mean Girl scene to bring that back where you go to get the
the candy
grams.
cane.
Yeah, the candy canes or like your friend gives another friend a certain bouquet and then you get the one that's like I think of you sometimes. It's like, why the fuck did I get a begonia? And you got a protozoa, actually.
Protozoa.
That's actually pissed me off.
Then there's like one for apology, which has got hyacinth to ask for forgiveness, bluebell for humility, peonies for bashfulness,
Get us
and,
into the real shit, Ricky.
and an olive branch to ask
Is
for
there
peace.
a bouquet to fuck?
Where's
Yes.
the bouquet to fuck? Where's the bouquet to I'm gonna fucking kill you?
A bouquet for warnings.
It's close enough.
This bouquet is useful for warning someone you distrust or indicating that trouble is on the horizon.
Why didn't the government just do this instead of that stupid ass phone alert?
Just send
that
us all
went off?
flowers. Oh, that would have been so lovely.
The flowers are turning us into zombies.
You're going to combine the following in a bouquet fastened with bright red band. Begonias
No
for
way.
warning. Oleander for caution, lavender for distrust, and foxglove for secrecy. And
Show us.
poison.
Show us. Ooh, pretty warning. Pretty.
And then last but not least, a bouquet for bitter ends. There's also one for new beginnings, but fuck that. This arrangement is a final lasting reminder of your departure from a friendship or relationship that ended poorly. Combine the following in a bouquet fastened with twine.
Oof.
Petunias
That's how you know
for
it's bad.
anger and resentment. Datura for deceitful charms. Tansy for hostility. Thistle for misanthropy. And wormwood for bitterness.
Show us.
Is a tansy just a pansy that got left out in the sun
Oh,
for
that's
too
Those
long?
were
pretty.
insane. Isn't Datura like super poisonous? That's the one that you like.
Let me
You can
pull
eat
it
the
up.
pods and you go on like. You have like
Like a trip?
psychedelic trip, but it's always like a bad time. It's just
Ooh,
always a bad trip.
Here is Datura.
pretty.
You eat the pods.
Thank you.
Don't eat the pods, guys.
You eat the
That sounds like a
pods.
good bonus episode.
It is extremely poisonous if ingested. Flowers, also known as devil's trumpets, are said to have been used in early European witchcraft as an ingredient in the ointment that allowed witches to fly on their broomsticks. And then what was the other one you were asking about?
I wasn't asking about anything.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Tansy?
No, I just said is a tansy when you leave a pansy out in the sun for too long.
I want to know what
Which-
it looks like.
All right, joke, Josh.
Thank you.
I
It
thought
was
it was
better
okay.
in the moment.
Oh, I'm sure it was so funny.
Yeah.
Like hysterical almost.
Tansy.
Oh, it does kind of just look like a tan pansy.
I don't like those.
Tansies mean hostility.
Okay.
This is from...
Okay, anyway, that was my circle, Jerdge. I hope you liked it.
That was a good circle,
Liked
Jerdge.
it.
I liked
Thanks.
it.
I think this book is really interesting, and
It
it
is
makes
a
for
very nice.
a great coffee table book. Okay, Joshua, go ahead.
We got a listener-submitted sound that always prefaces a listener-submitted story. And this is from a little listener who goes by the name of Sprite,
Cute.
who has submitted something before.
It's actually starry now.
Very good joke. But it was
Thanks.
not Sprite. It was
I know.
Sierra
Sierra
Mist.
I know.
So that joke was a Sierra Miss.
It was a Sirius Ms.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
I nailed it the first time, Josh.
Sprite came into Christian's Twitch stream and said, "Hey, I sent you to Switch sound, and this is it." Does that make sense? Are we all on board with this? Mm-hmm. All right, here we go.
F is for friends like Ricky, Josh, and Christian. U is for you and me, the piss babies. N is for anywhere and anytime at all. We're listening to the Judgies.
Thank you.
Can that,
That
be our
was-
new theme song?
was
Because
cute.
that was incredible.
That is beautiful.
I loved it.
I got notes.
You got notes.
Sprite, I told you I got notes. Where's the confidence?
No, there's a tenderness to the voice.
No, it's beautiful.
You can have a confident tender.
It reminded me of Lemon
Time?
Hope from Adventure Time.
Lemon Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lemon Hope.
Poor little lemon hope.
I only remember Lemon Grab.
It's Lemon Grab's
Clone.
offspring-ish.
Yeah.
Oh,
Doesn't and Lemon Grab tries to eat
is he pretty fly for a lemon guy?
what?
Lemon Hope?
Lemon hope's he is actually
Lemon
pretty
Hope-
He's
fly.
pretty fly.
A little baby.
It's an offspring joke.
Oh.
Hello, Judgies. This is a listener-submitted story. For this email, I'll give you guys a fake name, just in case the unlikely scenario of my family being cool enough to listen to this podcast occurs.
Very good.
The only time anybody thought listening to a podcast makes you cool.
What the heck?
That being said, you can call me Christine.
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 Hello.
This is,
Christine.
I want to let y'all know, this is a wild story. Like, I don't know if I can give explicit, content warnings or anything. Just be prepared to hear some shit.
Okay.
Like, I'm saying is I don't know what genre of content warning I need to give. It's just going to be some shit.
I'm holding on to my butt right now, all right?
I guess hold on to your butts.
There's no title, so sorry. My mom's younger sister is about 16 years younger than my mom,
Okay.
and we'll call her Gertrude. Gertrude and her mom,
Aunt Gertrude? Yuck.
Call her Gertie.
Aunt Gertie and her mom have a very weird relationship. Gertie was breastfed until she was probably 8.
Okay.
There's
Ow.
nothing weird about this, guys.
How does she still have
How
nipples?
did that mom get through the biting phase? Because that's what really ended it for me.
Some babies
Teeth.
aren't biters.
Yeah,
for
maybe.
8 years? Mm-hmm. Ow!
I don't know why we're looking at me, Josh.
Like,
What's
how
going
would you continue to produce milk for that long? I don't know how.
As
that
long as
works.
it's
It's
if
being
you're
The
stimulated.
human body is kind of like business. There's a supply and demand chart.
I hated
as
that.
much as I hated that, you are correct.
Yeah. Do you agree?
I hate it.
Do you agree that breastfeeding until 8 is a thing?
Cool and sick and rad.
Yeah, okay. And most of her life, Gertie shared a bed with her mom, while my grandfather was shit out of luck and slept in Gertie's bed.
Just a crib. Just like
They are a really rich family, and they spend all of their money on their Disney obsession and these really creepy porcelain dolls. Literally, their living room was filled with hundreds of dolls for most of my childhood.
too many dolls.
Not precious moments. Those are not dolls.
It was honestly terrifying. All throughout high school, Gertie would eat lunch with her mom because her mom wanted to be a lunch lady to stay close to Gertie at all times. When it's time for Gertie to go to prom, she went with one of our cousins because she literally had no friends. When Gertie graduated from college, she got engaged to her second cousin on her mom's side.
Oh.
And because she had no friends, my sister and I were forced to be bridesmaids.
Poor Gertie.
When my grandfather... Yeah, Gertie didn't have a chance.
No.
Gertie's not all right.
No.
Another offspring joke. And because she had no friends, my sister and I were forced to be bridesmaids. When my grandfather got a job in another state, Gertie couldn't stand living far from her mother, and Gertrude and her husband quickly moved into a house close to her parents. For a while, that family heard that Gertie was extremely upset about the fact that she didn't have access to her husband's trust fund. Eventually, it came out that Gertie... So, content warning, I guess solicitation of underage sex. Does that make sense? Solicitation. Eventually, it came out that Gertie's husband was a predator. The FBI had been tracking him because he often searched for mother-daughter pairs to have sex with, when the daughters he wanted would be minors. The FBI had tricked into meeting up with him, caught him trying to pay his fictitious mother-daughter pair for sex. He was arrested. Gertie was shooketh to the core. Don't say shooketh.
Not in this kind of story. Come
Absolutely shook it.
Her
Come on.
shivers were timbered. She was shook to the core by this news. Who knew rich white men could be such creeps?
Never, not once.
Anywho, whoop-de-woo, this, that, and the third. After her husband was arrested and released on house arrest.
Of course he was.
What?
He should have got in jail.
Somebody should have tripped him.
Somebody should have tripped him.
The FBI had tricked him into... Oh, I already read that. Oh, my God. After her husband was arrested and then subsequently released on house arrest, Gertrude had sex with him as often as she could until she got pregnant and then promptly left him.
Huh?
She and her mother...
Gertrude, this is not a good, exit plan.
That's the opposite of an exit plan.
Yeah, that's a
I
guarantee that he'll have an excuse to be in her life.
Well, I'm wondering if it's child support or she's trying to
Uh,
get money from him because he's wealthy.
But I thought her family was rich.
Yeah, well, rich people don't stay rich by
How do you
not
think they
marrying
got
rich.
rich?
Yeah. She and her mother moved back to our home state, and her husband was later determined to be mentally incompetent, and so he was placed on a list, but then limited to living with his parents for the rest of his life. So maybe he did get got in prison?
Because he's mentally incompetent.
Maybe he had an injury that forced his change. I don't know. So now that Gertie was pregnant with a known predator's child, after knowing that he was mentally incompetent when she was working on getting pregnant, she sued her husband for child support. There we go. She made really ridiculous claims, and because her now ex-husband didn't show up to court, she got everything she wanted. Access to her ex-husband's trust fund? Check. Her ex-husband will never have a relationship with her kid? Check. So much money that daycare and all child care expenses cost her nothing? Check. Now, I'm not saying the ex-husband deserves literally anything, because predators are the scum of the earth, and rich white men make me want to riot.
Yes.
But but Gertie is definitely an icky person as well.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Gertie likes to act like a victim whenever she can and is shocked when her poor kid asks who her father is. But yeah, Gertie admitted to one of my aunts that she got pregnant with the predator because she wanted his money and because she knew she wouldn't have to deal with him after all of his nastiness.
That's insane.
Today, Gertie is, you want to guess an age that she is today?
40?
38.
52.
Nearly 40. So Christian wins without going over. And living in her parents' home rent-free. When she got a new car, my grandfather paid for it himself in cash. Hope you guys enjoyed.
fuck?
Lots of love, Christine.
That's some juicy fucking family gossip.
Yeah. It was titled Family Gossip. So
What the fuck is wrong with that family?
a lot.
Yeah, that was some crazy shit.
Yeah.
I told you, I don't know if you could issue a content warning other than there's a lot of stuff going on here.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just,
Yeah.
Wow.
there's a lot. There's a lot.
I guess it could have been incest-y.
Yeah.
content warning.
Second cousin.
Yeah.
And then the whole breastfeeding until you're 8.
I mean, that's not incest. That's weird.
I guess.
I guess, I don't know. Is that incest?
No.
Christian?
Editor, Edit this out, please, God.
Why?
God.
Because I don't want to be wrong.
Oh God. Edit it all out.
Yeah.
What a fucked up story. I'm sorry this is from a listener and this is your family and this is your real life. What a fucked up story.
It's such a fucked up story. Very messed up.
I loved it.
It's
Send more.
that was like a good, just juicy family drama where it's like, holy fuck, everything is wrong.
I gotta tell you, I really thought, I mean, this, I don't know, am I gonna be offensive saying this? I thought Gertie was like gonna be like an incompetent person, like was just like coddled too hard throughout her entire life, like would not function as an adult. But for her to be like so conniving, it was like, that came out of left field. What happened there?
How did we both just use the word conniving?
You guys probably read a lot.
They share.
we both read a lot, but it was the one book over and over and over again. And we were actually reading a book about dogs, and we couldn't figure out what the hell kind of teeth they had.
Yeah. It's some clandestine knowledge. What's clandestine mean? We said it.
Secretive.
That's okay.
I
fucking
New
nailed
word.
it.
I like how they kind of keep the definition away from us.
Yeah.
It's kind of clandestine in a way.
In a way.
Can I say I really
No.
hate this last story is going to be one that I found.
I want to
on
know
ours.
so bad.
Huh?
What do
I
you
wanna
hate
know
so
what he
bad? Go
hates
ahead,
so
say it.
bad.
The word bespoke.
Okay.
I didn't realize it just meant like I made it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh.
Bespoke sounds so much more pretentious than
Yeah.
like I did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like here's like a bespoke chicken noodle recipe. It's like no.
Per se.
I agree with that one too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what word I don't like?
What?
Whimsy.
Aw.
Oh, I have a whimsy about me, Erica. I just said this to Christian the other day.
I don't like whimsy.
You do have a whimsy to you.
I don't
What
like
don't
it.
you like about
I
it?
don't know.
Huh?
Doesn't feel right.
Is it the W?
Is it the W or is it the Y?
Is it the silent H?
No, because it's a whimsy.
There's
Whimsy.
There's a
I don't like
whim
it.
behind the whimsy.
It's
I
the
don't like
H.
it. I don't like it.
The H.
This is from r/Lyft.
Woo.
Yeah.
Wait, Lyft like Lyft?
Like the ride sharing app.
This
Okay.
is
Oh.
almost Oops All Whoops Part 2.
Part 3 actually. Apparently we did it a long time ago.
I see. I didn't fact check that, but anytime a listener says that, I go, I don't believe you. Unless you're giving me like a solid episode number, I don't believe you. People do this all the time. They're like, you read this story, and it's like, go
But
find
also,
it.
we've done advice before, so it's not an oops all whoops.
That's what I said almost.
Oops, almost all whoops.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Erica, this is why you don't name their episodes.
Yeah, that's fair. Except for I named the first episode.
Huh?
Sue really do.
That's
Science.
Sue Really Do Science. First, you didn't name it. You said that, but that was episode 2.
Also, it was my
Trees
idea
nuts.
to use that as the title.
It was episode 2 though.
Whatever.
Trees Nuts is the first episode.
Trees
Trees
nuts,
Nuts.
which Christian said, and I named the title that.
Okay.
So if we're gonna be pedantic, because you're the one being pedantic right now.
Mm-hmm.
Pedantic is a pedantic word.
No one being unpedantic can
Does
say
that make it
pedantic.
a
Onomatopoeia?
That's what I was gonna say, but I don't think I don't think that's the right word, is it?
Not. but I know what you
Being
mean.
pedantic sounds like when you say pedantic.
Just the word pedantic kind of sounds like it's being pronounced wrong.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like it sounds like you're missing a letter.
Yeah. There's like a weird like. The
Like
way
there's
your
an
mouth moves,
apostrophe
yeah.
after the P. Pedantic.
Yeah.
I see. I see where you're
Maybe
coming
we
from
should say
with this.
pedantic.
Sorry. No.
Josh, how about you read that next story?
No. That was,
Yeah.
that was bad.
My driver just told me he was high as F on fentanyl.
Whoa,
What?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
So if you follow me over on
Oh.
X, I read this story and then I crafted a little tweet about it, which was step 1, get high on fentanyl.
Mm-hmm.
Step 2, drive.
Right.
Step 3, get pulled over by a cop.
okay.
Step 4, they approach you, they immediately die because they're within 500 feet of fentanyl. And cops can't be within 500 feet of fentanyl or else they die. Step 4, repeat. And then you're golden. You can't be stopped.
Oh my god.
Now you're a serial killer?
But it's a cop.
But you can't get stopped. Eventually, the only way they get you is dropping a bomb on you.
That's the only way.
Let's move on from this conversation.
How are the cops going to stop you? Bullets don't work on fentanyl either. They die from fentanyl too. Cop
Okay.
bullets.
Bullets. I'm kind of just shook right now, honestly. He was complimenting me and flirting and everything. And then he was like, so what's your poison? And I was like, question mark. And then he asked if I did drugs. He told me he likes downers and if they didn't make him feel, and that they didn't make him feel tired like the addicts who are nodding out on the streets.
Is this like the opposite of having ADHD? Is like when you take a stimulant, it's like it just levels you out. But it's like I have the opposite of it. So when I take a downer, actually,
It actually
just
makes
brings me kind of up again.
And then to like prove himself, he said, I'm high as fuck on fentanyl right now. I don't even know what to really say. He dropped me off and asked me out. I went to my place and called 911.
Yeah.
They said they can't do anything because, one, fentanyl 500 feet rule, but also, two, I don't know what direction he went in.
Editor, please.
Called 911. They said they can't do anything because I don't know what direction he went in, and also the fentanyl thing. I'm reporting him to Lyft right now. Like I said, I'm in shock, honestly. He was driving completely fine and everything was normal. It came completely out of left field, and my friends are telling me that I could have died and he could kill someone, and
Yes.
I don't know, man. I'm just
All of the above.
Wow. Edit.
Ooh.
Because of course it's Reddit. It's actually insane how many of y'all are deciding to attack me for this.
Yeah, okay, that sounds about right for Reddit.
You're not going to trick me into thinking I'm delusional or that I'm out of pocket. My driver was under the influence when he picked me up and probably is still under the influence as he's picking other people up. I'm not crazy for being not okay with that. My friends actually are the ones who made me realize how beyond fucked the situation was. Also, I don't understand calling me attention seeking. I simply shared an experience on this sub, a sub which literally has share experiences in the about section. I never expected these comments. They're generally wild to me. It's clear a lot of you just have a lot of hatred for women. I can't see it any other way.
Shocker.
Not on Reddit.
And that's pretty much it. But what an insane...
Wild. The audacity.
Yeah, insane. You know what's a bummer is I'm thinking about in my personal life. If something like this happened to me, I would be like upset. It's like, we gotta do something about it. And then I would like, after calling the cops and like, you can't do anything about it, I'd be like,
Damn.
fuck. Guess that's where that sends.
A lot of people were just saying you can report them in the app. Like the driver, you can go and look up his driver ID and then report it and say he was high on something. And then,
Yeah.
Wild to admit that.
Yeah.
He must have really thought they were vibing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he must have like.
It's like, damn, you want to go out? I got fentanyl.
It also fentanyl was so funny because in my head it sounds like you're saying the government name of the drug that you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
I get-
acetaminophen.
Yeah, I just smoked a shit ton of cannabis right now. I'm so high on cannabis.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Why is there not a cooler name for fentanyl?
Because if
Isn't it like
there is a really cool name.
Well,
but
they used to call it Fenty, but then, the whole Rihanna thing happened.
That really fucked her up.
Her last name is Fenty.
oh.
Rihanna's
That's
last name
her
is
last
Fenty.
name?
Yes, she also has like $1 billion industry in
I
makeup
just thought it was the brand.
and clothing
bras
and
stuff.
yeah. No,
I thought that
her
was
name
just
is
like a
Robin
brand.
Rihanna
Yeah.
Fenty.
Huh.
I thought that I might even make the joke.
I'm also really undereducated about what fentanyl is. I thought it was just like in other drugs.
They
I didn't
lace
know
it.
it was by itself.
They lace other drugs with fentanyl.
It's like morphine.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's pills?
My epidural,
I don't know, honestly.
when I was giving birth, it was straight fentanyl into my spine.
Yeah.
So
It's liquid. I still don't understand how it's feasible that using fentanyl as like an additive to like a drug is like, this is making it cheaper for us.
that's what I don't understand either. There's no, I mean, I guess it's adding to like the addictiveness of it and bringing your customers back if they don't fucking die.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's just wild.
Like when you tell me there's baby powder in cocaine, I'm like, that makes sense.
That you're cutting it, right?
But then you're like, we're putting a better drug in there. And it's like, well,
Well, it depends, I guess, how cheap fentanyl is.
It's not,
yeah.
How do you know?
I mean, it's a medical grade drug.
because I had to take an overdose awareness class at the health department to be able to administer Narcan.
But and here's a genuine question: is fentanyl something you could easily get a script for?
No,
No. Okay. All right.
I don't
It's
think
like-
so. They don't. Fentanyl's not a prescription per se.
They usually only do it for like hospice.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
How they get how they get in people's hands then? Where are they getting it from? Big doctor?
Probably.
That's what I mean. It's like I don't. I'm too lazy to do the research, but it's like where in my brain it's not tracking. It's all made up.
Yeah.
Is what I'm guessing was what I'm saying.
Well, I guess we don't do enough street drugs to know, unfortunately.
True.
Also, like, so I know people die easier or quicker when fentanyl's laced in other drugs. How did this guy just do fentanyl and
It's-
not die?
He must be taking like a medical.
He's just like
grade.
a medical anomaly.
I
bro.
think if I could be wrong. I think the issue is when it's laced and stuff, you don't know how much you're ingesting because you think you're smoking a blunt, and you might smoke a whole blunt, but then you realize
it's got a lethal
a
dose.
shit ton of fentanyl in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
So you don't know you're ingesting the fentanyl.
But also, fentanyl is deadly at very, very small amounts.
And it's
Okay.
like with any drug, except for weed, any amount of drug can react differently in any person, and somebody can just die from it. But what you can't do is come within 10 foot of it as a cop and fucking pass out. That's not how it works.
Crazy.
You know what's crazy, Aurora?
No.
The merch that you designed over at judgiespod.myspreadshop.com/ that's it.
No slash.
You can type slash. It doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Nothing after the slash.
But it's not actually / that's it.
Right, it's just slash.
Yeah.
Link down in the description. Please go over and support us. And also, we have another freaking hour of content weekly. Ooh.
Weekly bonus episode.
I forgot I
still
didn't
have
put
the
the sound
carrot.
on the board. Hey, editor will fix that one.
So if you want to come over to patreon.com/judgiespod, you can do that. Erica, where else can they find us?
Any social media platform that you think we'd be on, we're on it. So, and the handle is @JudgiesPod. That's G. You can click it again and be done.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I was literally like, where the fuck is this coming from?
I was
Yeah,
just,
I was like,
I was
how?
just adjusting it. He fell over and accidentally grabbed his little bare
I
hand.
thought it was a specter.
Anyway, that's @JudgiesPod, JUDGIES pod on all social media platforms. Thanks for listening to Josh's shish of an episode.
What the hell? You said you liked it.
Did I?
No.
That
I was kind of
close.
hoping you would be
Close.
like, I did like
Just
it.
close.
I
Just
thought
a
maybe I
whole
could gaslight you
bar.
into saying that you enjoyed it, hanging out with me today.
Headphone break.
Headphone break.
What?
Okay, bye. Have a great week.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Pisses and kisses and hugs and
Shits
pisses.
and farts.
What do I say?
Toil and
Hugs
trouble
pisses
and-
and kisses. Hugs and pisses and kisses. Goodbye.